Man at the World, what's up? Welcome back. I am your host, Dean Gonzalez. Thank you for checking up on me once again. I know it's been a few weeks, but I've been grinding, man. I've been grinding on the seven seas, on them cruise ships, killing it in comedy. Back to back shows. I had four cruise ships since the last time that we spoke, right? Or three, I think. Anyways, all been great. 4 or 5 shows, sometimes 6 shows a weekend. Been traveling. Went to the Bahamas. Went to where else? I went to Ensenada. Went to Catalina Island. To the Catalina fucking wine mixer, bro. Boats and hoes. Killing it, man. Love it. Just been great. About to go on another one again on Sunday to Miami, and then we go to the Bahamas again. Oh wait, where do we go? Yeah, the Bahamas again. Loving it, man. Just been chilling, grinding, stacking, and getting EXP in this comedy thing, building my hour so I can go ahead and shoot my special on year 10 as planned. Bam. Look at this. You see this? You see my hand shaking? That's that Zeus lightning, baby. That's what I used to do before I go on stage. I don't know why, but like the first 5 years, go on stage, I go like this. Electrify. That was like my thing. I don't know why it's so stupid, but yeah, I'm bringing it back. I'm thinking about bringing it back. Electro, maybe not. Anyways, how was your week? Was it all right? How was your month of August, man? August is my magic month, so of course it's gonna be good for me. It's my birthday on the 16th. Celebrated it very beautifully with surrounded by people that I love and cherish the most. Did a beautiful hike, and then I went on a boat the next day and went to the Bahamas. It was amazing. Um, how was yours though? Was it all right? Was it okay? Was it good? Good. Was it okay? Okay. Well, next month is going to be better. September we're in now. Make it better. All right. Cheers to that. Oh, oh what else happened? Oh yeah, I also met Kid Cudi, which if you know me, you know that I'm a huge fan. I've always been a huge fan since day one, and met him for his book signing of his new book that he dropped. Which I always swear up and down that I'm going to read a book. Guess how many books of those that I read? Right, zero. I swear up and down. Oh, I'm gonna read this book. I love so and so. I love this author. I love this. I love that. Zero have I read. Now, some of you might be smart and be like, "Oh, because can you even read?" Ha, good one. Yes, I can. But here's the thing: that I got spoiled with audiobooks. Audiobooks to me way better because it's like the author telling you a story, a really dope, curated, grammar appropriate story, and I love it. I love audiobooks, so I think that's why. A lot of people be like, "Oh, I love the smell of pages." Fuck you. How about that? No, I love going to the library and it's opening up and smelling the wood smell of fuck. How about fuck you? Huh? I want to write a book just for those people that just says the old fashioned way of reading, and then when you open it up, first page says "fuck you." Smell this, and then the rest of the pages be blank. That's what I want. I want to write a book like that. Just 150 pages of blankness, just that first page, just for people like that who love the smell of books and pages. Mainly because, yes, I'm jealous. But secondly, because we're in 2025. You don't like to do this on the iPad? Uh, Anyways, met Kid Cudi. Now, here's the thing about meeting Kid Cudi. It was cool, but it's my first time meeting him, right? And it was for a book signing, so they had literally 20 groups of people waiting to meet him at Barnes and Nobles. I get there at 6:30. The autograph signing is at 7 because why? I'm not waiting hours in line for anyone. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. At this point, at this age, I'm not waiting hours in line to meet anybody. I get there 30 minutes prior. Best I can do. Okay? Now I understand that now they have group A through whatever. Group A being number one. I'm in group H. I understand. I get it. I see the line around the corner of Zara's over here in the Beverly Center or wherever the hell it was. I get it. But guess what? I ain't waiting. I ain't waiting. Oh, it's at Barnes and Nobles and you want us to line up around the corner at Zara's? Cool. I get it. But guess what? Not doing it. So I go to Barnes and Nobles, look around, and actually I like Barnes and Nobles. It's really cool. They have a Starbucks in there. They have a bunch of seats. They have a bunch of records. You look at the records. I think I bought a record for some reason. I don't have a record player, but fuck it, bought it anyways. Then I see Kid Cudi come in, obviously at 7 p.m. or whatever. He was there a little late. It's all good. He's Kid Cudi. He could do that. They set up a back table for him, and now they bring in Group A from the Zara line around the corner. What does Poppy do? I get in the back of the line of Group A. And then when they check the wristbands of the letters on the actual wristbands, guess what Poppy did? Turned the H to a A, which is surprisingly easy. You know why? Because I put one of these on it. This is the H, right? I doot, doot, put a hat on the letter H. It becomes an A. You put a little Jew hat on the H. It becomes an A. I'm sorry for calling it a little Jew hat. I don't know. Is it a yarmulke? Whatever. Put a yarmulke on the H. It becomes a. Which Hebrew, right? It's appropriate. Wow. Cool. Anyways. Oh, good. So I do that. I get in Group A. First to see him, 10 minutes away. Now, here's the thing. Now you think that I'm cool, right? That I'm like smooth sailing from here? No, not. You know why? Because I want to make an impression. I want him to remember this interaction as much as I'm going to remember it for the rest of my life. It's just the comedian in me. It's just the Kid Cudi fan in me. It's just the whatever you want to call it. But here's the problem. Ahead of me are other people in Group A that meet him first. Let me tell you who these people are, okay? First in the line, deaf guy with a interpreter with him. One of these people, right? All good. All good. Cool, right? But behind him, two people with babies named after Kid Cudi. Ho ho ho! Nice. Two Scotties in front of me. Deaf guy, two Scotty babies in front of me. So I'm like, oh, he's gonna forget me as soon as I say hi. As soon as I say hi, I'm forgotten. I said, oh God, who is this grown dude? Meanwhile, I've been a fan of Kid Cudi longer than these two fucking babies have. Probably longer than the deaf dude. Matter of fact, what is the deaf dude even a fan of? Your lyrics? Okay, fine. I'll give him that. I'm not making fun of the deaf dude. My point is, the fact that those three were stacked up before me pissed me. Like, I was just like, oh man, this guy's going to forget me as soon as he sees me. So I had to think. I was like, all right, well, now I got to make this memorable somehow. What am I going to do? What am I going to say? Should I say something crazy or should I just go nuclear and just say some wild shit so he can remember me? Or should I still keep it cool but also clever and make him laugh and use my superpower as a human being, right? Because his is music, mine is comedy. What am I going to do? What am I going to say? So I thought I had like literally 3 minutes to think. So the first guy meets him. Hi, I'm Kid Cudi. I'm a big fan. A big fan. I love you. Blah blah. He's like, thanks, man. Gets up, gives him a hug. Right? He goes. The other parents stroll in their fucking babies. Oh, I named him after you. Scott is Scott. This is Scott Velasquez. Scott Miss Cuddy Velasquez, whatever their different last name is. And then the other baby goes in, this is Scott Miss Cuddy Johnson. Okay, fine. And he at one point he gets up, he hugs the parents, and then he goes to hug the baby in the stroller. So he hugs the baby, and I think he kissed the baby or whatever. So I said, "Oh, that's it right there." So when it's my turn, sure enough, he barely looks up. He's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And I say, "Hey, what's up, Cuddy? Hey, Cuddy, did you just sign a fucking baby just now? I could have swore you got up and signed the baby's head or some shit. Are you that famous now?" Got him. Got him. He laughed. No, man, I just get up. I said, "Oh, I know they named the baby after you, but I thought they asked you to sign the baby too. What the hell?" Got him. He'll remember that. Then that's it. He signed my book, which I recommend to everyone. It's really cool. It's really big of him to even write a book, a memoir, right? And let him know my connection with King Chip, the Rip, who I've seen all around town. We did the Brandon T. Johnson episode that should be coming out on Tubi soon. He plays, well, not plays, he is a judge on my episode where I demonstrate my idea, my invention, right? And that's it. I'm like, and I hope to see you again, and I hope to get a picture with you one day, man. And I've been rocking with you and loving your music and using your music as a guide for a long time, my friend. And that's it. He's like, thanks, bro. Yeah, I hope to see you too. Again, soon too. In and out. Made him laugh. Exchanged a couple words. Got the book signed. Out. Perfect fan. And one day, I know I'll see him again. And one day, I'll be the perfect acquaintance. And, as far as friendship goes, I don't know. Do you want to be friends with your idols? Which I use the word idol very loosely. Meaning, he's a huge inspiration, but the word idol and the word iconic to me are so overplayed and worn out that I don't like using them. And besides, I'm a grown up now. I'm a grown up. I'm in my 30s. What idols do I have? My only idol is God, Jesus, right? Yeshua, right? My point is, a lot of people don't want to, and I think Pete Davidson said this the best, but yeah, you don't want your idol to hate you if you ever become friends with them. You don't want them to be like, oh, this fucking guy's an asshole. Fuck this guy. Then your idol, who you've cherished for so long, hates you, and you have to live with that. Man, that sucks. Fuck that. But if we hit it off naturally, organically, in the words of Dane Cook, when I try to be friends with him, he said, "Yeah, I like things to happen organically." I said, "Yeah, that's true. Me too. Even though this is organic, I'm here in your face, outside. I see you a lot. But okay, yeah, sure, organically, whatever." But I know what he means. Organically, like we're in the same spaces and we're hanging and we're, like a fucking party. I'm invited to the cool parties, I guess. Not I don't want to be invited to all the cool parties because we seen where that got Diddy and these other fucking people. But it was cool, man. It was a great birthday week from what I'm trying to tell you. Great. It was absolutely amazing. I couldn't have asked for any better. So, shout out to everyone who made that happen and made that possible and made it special for me. Next year, I do plan to be out of the whole country again, but like across the pond type shit, you know? It's gonna be a big one. Or maybe I might just have another like huge family reunion of the family that I actually really appreciate and love. Which I appreciate all my family, but I don't think they appreciate me. Or I don't know, they're just scared of the life that I've managed to manifest lately as far as whatever they think of clout, notoriety, or fame, which I'm not even close. This is just the beginning. But whatever. You can't blame them. I have a lot of family that are kind of hermits and that are kind of like scared or, yeah, scared, just nervous about this type of putting themselves out there in the big old world of unforgiving and relentless, cruel world of the online presence and all that. I have a lot of family that's understandably it's not for everyone. You have to have a different type of tough skin, but it's a thin line between being tough skinned and shameless, and I don't want to cross over to that shameless side all the way because it goes from shallow to deep in a matter of seconds. And then once you get to that deepness, then there's no there's no holding back. Hold on, let me make sure that there's still memory on the card. Yeah, there's no holding back, and there's no telling what you'll do. And I do have a price for the amount of fame that I want to achieve and the price that I'm willing to pay for it. Anyways, I'm gonna have a nice little family reunion birthday next year, somewhere really nice, nice big cabin in the Smoky Mountains or something, something like that. That's the type of vibe I like. A lot of people like doing parties and popping bottle. How much can you do that? I was doing that on a regular Tuesday when I was 19 years old. You think that's a cool version of celebrating your birthday into your late 20s and 30s? Especially 40s. Forget about 40s. Oh my God. No, but now I'm popping bottles that are $16,000 per bottle in more upper echelon places. Loser. Loser. And I'm not, or maybe I am judging, but to me, that just tells me that you weren't doing this. Like, this is new to you. That shit ain't new to me. Shit's boring. And you're celebrating around people who are just around you because you're popping a bottle or popping bottles and doing the fucking sparkles with the chicks that are literally just there for the tip. They don't care about you. No. I'd rather be around people that I know care about me in a big ass cabin with a jacuzzi in the Smoky Mountains, Bigfoot running around somewhere outside, us doing shrooms or X with a unlimited barbecue and food and liquor around us. That's what I prefer as far as my birthday is concerned. I don't know. So if you prefer popping bottles, that's on you. I don't know. I don't mean to judge. My point is, this year was dope. Next year's gonna be even doper. Every year so far has been dope. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and maybe I shouldn't be this honest. Matter of fact, whatever, fuck it, I'll say it. Every year has been dope ever since I've been in LA. There were times where I thought that it was gonna be really shitty. There's times when I thought that it was, and I felt it was really lonely. There was times when I thought and felt that I've lost a piece of myself that I've worked so hard to build up and create and empower in Miami. But there was never a time where I thought I would give up. There was never a time where I thought that I would run back home. There was never a thought that I would run back to the people that showed me that they didn't give a shit about me ultimately when the chips were down. Not one. Not 1 second. So I hope you guys feel the same way about whatever you want to achieve in life. I saw a saying the other day, and this is another saying that I've been saying for 20 years probably, that's just so dumb. Not the saying itself, but the format of the saying. This says, don't love your job, job your love. Oh my God. What time is it? Oh yeah. Cringe o'clock. That's not clever. I've been saying this since Facebook days. That's just the opposite of what you just said. Now it makes sense because it's the opposite, so it correlates. Don't love your job, job your love. That's not clever, nor insightful, nor poignant. It's stupid. Keep your head up so you don't feel down. Oh, fucking Socrates over here. Watch your back, because people love to front. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Fucking Plato over here. Sigmund Freud. I get it, but it's not clever, and it's not really doing nothing for anyone. Dig deeper. Get the shove, right? Get the spiritual shove and dig deeper. Anyways, man. I appreciate you guys listening to me, man, and keeping up with my journey, even if you, especially if you love me, but even if you don't and dislike me for no real good reason, whatever it is, you think I'm egotistical, you think I'm cocky, I don't give, whatever it is, you're hoping to see me fail, stop, slow down. It's not gonna happen. At this point, you have to think to yourself at least a little bit, which is why I assume many of my past haters are quiet. You have to think to yourself, why do I keep getting blessed? Why do I keep winning? Why do I keep becoming more and more of what I said I was going to become and doing more and more of what I said I was going to do? Why does God keep blessing me continuously? You have to think that. You think God would be blessing me if I was what you think or feel that I am, as far as in the negative light? More so, get the spiritual shove on this one real quick. More so, what do you think God thinks of you for thinking that of someone that he blesses continuously? You think I think that of you? I don't, man. I don't. All I've ever wanted in life, for the most part, is to see people win, is to work with people, is to collab with people, because you can't get nowhere in this life by yourself. That's just a fact. I got into stand-up comedy, and one of the things I love about it is that you're up there by yourself. And then once you do very good there, then people come around and try to put their hands in your pocket, or if you're lucky, believing you just as much as you believe in yourself, and you can work and find your tribe like that. But that's all I ever tried to do in life is let's all do something. But no, everybody wants to be the one. They don't want to accept the fact that they're one of many the ones. They're a one, which is fine too. It's fine. That's cool too. Let's all be a one together. You don't want to be a one. You want to be the one. All right. Well then, be the broke one. Be the slow one. Be the one that eventually stops and gives up, and be the quiet one. All right. You see me. Still here, still pretty, still thriving, still getting money, still being cool, still doing all this other stuff. And it's not just me, it's God. Matter of fact, He's the only one that I need. Matter of fact, how about that? Cheers to that. And I hate to cheers with alcohol to that, but you know what I mean. Sorry, God. Anyways, what's going on in the news? Um, Crack 'em up Thursdays, every Thursday in the Comedy Store, Belly Room, 10 p.m. You'll usually see me there when I'm in town. I don't care if that is the only thing I do in my Comedy Store career, which I'm not saying that's the only thing I want to do, but the Comedy Store is just always changing right now. Ever since all the big guys moved to Austin, which is cool, fine. So the Comedy Store will be the Comedy Store once again, but right now it's still, fluctuating here, fluctuating there, fluctuating everywhere. So as of right now, every Thursday at 10 p.m. in the Belly Room, in the longest running Comedy Store show, 22 years now, I think. Crack 'em up Thursdays, best show, one of the best shows in the city, period, and one of the best shows at the Comedy Store consistently. All right? Pre-host there. Shout out to Michelle Murdoch, my Mitzi Shore. And shout out to the rest of the Comedy Store staff, too. They're trying. They're trying. They understand what's at stake with that place. They're trying. I love you guys. Just love me back, too. Love me back as much as I love you. I know I'm new here, but I'm not new here. And I'm not going anywhere except right? I can see why people don't like me. Whatever. Fuck you. I mean well. And I get the crowd going. You guys seen this Druski white face thing? My goodness, he looks so good. Pause. Here's the thing. He looks like a fatter version of Theo Von. And one thing I hate is that they did the makeup so good on him that even his nipples look white. What's up with that? Because you know how normally Drewski's nipples look like burnt pancakes. I don't know how I know that. I think he just done a bunch of skits that I've noticed that. But his nipples, when he's a white guy, are white nipples. And I hate that I noticed the detail of how white his nipples look. That dude is so funny with the skits. I always thought that he just came out of nowhere, but then I saw his jailhouse skits, and he did those immaculately. And then, of course, his Could Have Been records. He has a lot of those that are just super funny. But, man, he really outdid himself with this one. I think that guy is, first off, he's 20, what, 25? He looks 40. He looks like an uncle. He looks like he looks like an uncle at 25. I look younger than Druski. But let me tell you, I don't know what he's ultimately going to do as far as the entertainment and comedy world, but he's doing it. He's doing it. And I hope he continues to do it to that level as far as pushing the envelope. Because to me, it was great. To me, I don't find anything wrong with whiteface or obviously Robert Downey Jr. is blackface, and Tropic Thunder was like the best blackface that might ever be done in life. But yeah, if you as long as you do it good and with that intent of comedy and not like pushing some type of rhetoric that you truly feel inside is racist in context. All good, man. That that was NASCAR bit was so funny. And he even has the accent down and everything. Like, or find something to say to do, boy. Find something to say to do. Boy, I tell you, here's to death before dishonor. If you can't come in here, come on her. Ah, God bless America, boy. Mm-hmm. Yeehaw. I'm surprised he didn't do a yeehaw. That's how good he is. He didn't even do a yeehaw. Because yeehaw is what the common man would say as far as like stereotypical NASCAR redneck white guy. He didn't even do a yeehaw. He did the Born in the USA, which is Bruce Springsteen, which he's horrible now. That's the only part that wasn't accurate. Every redneck hates Bruce Springsteen at this point because he's so far left and dumb when it comes to politics now. And to be honest, Bruce Springsteen cosplays as a blue collar worker, but he hasn't probably even held a hammer in 40 plus years. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Right? Bruce Springsteen doesn't know the first thing about blue collar workers of today. But other than that, Druski nailed it. Nailed it. Love him for that. Mm. Cardi B. Did you guys lose sleep as much as I did about this Cardi B lawsuit that was going on? Oh my God. I couldn't sleep at night. I was just beside myself, right? You know what I love? That the day of sentencing or verdict, the day of verdict of her assault case, she almost assaults an online news reporter outside the courtroom. Read the room, Cardi. Read the room. The day of verdict, she goes outside and some dude who's apparently her fan and loves her asked her a dumb question and she threw a marker at him. Didn't hit him, thank God, because that would have been another suit. They would have been like, oh, well, it's good that you're here because he just pressed charges on you and now he has a suit. Don't go anywhere. This verdict, you're not guilty and not liable, but hold on 1 second because we have another one now. So don't go nowhere. Cardi, I tell you, I love Cardi because number one, she's Dominican. Number two, she really went against all odds and made something of herself and is taking care of her family. I love Cardi for that. For the most part, she's a real person. She does what she does, and she says some lyrics that are questionable, and that I know for a fact she wouldn't want her own daughter listening or being inspired or influenced by. But coming where she comes from, I get it. But she has to stop getting in trouble. Like, she has to stop with the emotional. And this is coming from me, who is very emotional. As far as when people piss me off, someone may or may not in a black mask run up on you. You know, if you try. I mean, listen, I'm not threat. This is not a threat, but like, I get where she's coming from. Like, if people like blatantly disrespect you and try to troll you to try to get you to assault them or something like that, like, I can't even imagine me being the way I am. I think I'm the same fiery blood as her. But the only difference is she's a female. And she like reacts right then and there. I'll wait. I'll look at you, smile. Good one, good one. And then may or may not make a call. May or may not pay a homeless person to meet you somewhere and give you the same treatment that you gave me. Uh, why am I saying this? Scratch all that. I love Cardi. But just, you're too rich now, Cardi. You're too rich now to be in courtrooms, missing your kid's first day of school and all that. Hire me. Hire me to protect you from these type of things. I promise you. Paparazzi would think twice about messing with you. You know? Oh boy, I mean this Young Thug thing. I mean, Young Thug disappointed me so hard. I used to love Young Thug's music. Now I can't even listen to music like that no more. I think Bobby Shmurda was the last young YN that didn't snitch. Him and Roddy Rebel did 8, 9 years, which I'm not condoning wasting all that time and like getting rich and then still being in the street. I'm not condoning none of that. But if you're gonna live that life, live it all the way, like the way the mafia used to do it, because that's who you're replicating. But this YN generation is the worst generation of gangsters I've ever seen in my life. They try to do the crime. First off, they record the crime, and they record a song talking about the crime they're about to commit, detail for detail. Then they go ahead and get caught, and then tell on the people that they did the crime with. The worst generation of gangsters I've ever seen. They're all soft. They're all, you know what. Young Thug, I thought, was the last of the dying breed. Turns out he's been running a hotline harder than Miss Cleo. Fannie Mae and the DA of Atlanta's been dropping all the private, which they're recorded, first off, Young Thug. They record, if you're in prison or in jail, they record those conversations. They tell you in the beginning of the fucking conversation when you're making the call. This call will be recorded. Not for quality and training purposes. No, for incriminating and humiliation purposes. They tell you. This kid was talking like it was a news column. Like it was TMZ. About everybody. About every rapper. All his rap friends. This idiot, man. These rappers are idiots. I can't even listen to none of his music the same. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. Flexing. That's my best friend. Who's your best friend? The feds? Who's your best friend? Young Thug? The DA? You ruined it, man. Ruined it. I can't listen to none of them the same no more. And honestly, when you look at these people, you could tell. You could tell Young Thug's not made for prison. You could tell Gunna is not made for prison. Gunna was on the, like, what was that show before? The America's Most Wanted before. He was on America's Most Wanted as a victim snitch or something. He was already on one of those shows before. So that didn't really surprise me that he took a plea. Whatever. Look that up. That's true. But I just don't like the fact that they rap about it. Like they rap like they're John Gotti. When in fact they're Sammy the Bull. It's ridiculous. Um, You know who has to be stopped though? Chris Brown. Chris Brown has to be stopped. This guy is a menace to relationship society, and to me, it's getting out of hand because a lot of girlfriends' asses are in his hands, and it's getting ridiculous to the point that I saw this the other day. Look at this. This is a picture of a Chris Brown meet and greet where he charges people $1,000 to meet him and take any type of picture with any type of pose that they are comfortable with. I hope. And then he doesn't care if you put it out there because it just gives more promotion to his concerts, which at this point, it's one big Diddy party, apparently, it looks like to me. But this is a picture of what appears to be a couple taking a picture with Chris Brown at a meet and greet where Chris Brown is grabbing and holding up the girlfriend. Look at this guy. He's just standing on the corner, sad or happy. Maybe he's happy. Maybe he's a cuck. Maybe he wants that cuck treatment. And he wouldn't mind seeing Chris Brown plow his girlfriend in front of him and then go ahead and kiss his girlfriend right after she's done doing whatever she wants to do to Chris Brown. Maybe that's that. But the fact that they paid $2,000, maybe more, for this picture, is this going in their wedding album? Are they going to show their kids this picture one day and be like, look, kids, this is mommy and daddy meeting Chris Brown. You know Chris Brown. We made you to his songs. Oh, yeah, which one, Mom? I don't know. These hoes ain't loyal? Probably. This is This requires Fannie Mae and the District Attorney of Atlanta to investigate. This this is crazy work. Let's not normalize this. How about that? Can you imagine? At comedy shows, they normalize these type of behaviors. Matt Rife's just groping some dude's girlfriend in front of him and like doing it in like a comedy way, like, and the dude's just there like, and they paid $1,000 per person to do that. I mean, listen, man, it's a strange new world. But here's the thing: if it's gonna be this, let this be here only. Let's stop trying to dictate what Iran should normalize. Because I've been seeing that on my timeline a lot. Iran before Islamic government, and it was like ladies in the 70s with their hair out, and they're like on the beach with like kind of like a medium skimp bikini, and like having fun. No, 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 no. Let those people be. They're the other extreme of us. We are definitely not it as far as what it should be. Exhibit A, Chris Brown. No. This should be the relationship litmus test too. Honey, if we go to a Chris Brown concert, would you let me do a meet and greet with him? If your man doesn't say hell no within before you even finish the sentence, he ain't the one. Or he's a cuck like this guy right here. Drop him. No way, bro. Can't do it. Can't do it. Anyways, guys, that's all I got to say. Come see me on a show. Come see me on a boat. I'm just stacking my money and getting experience to get my special right to make sure that it's funny for you guys and for myself. I'm not gonna put out no bullshit special. That's for damn sure. But if you're in LA, I'll be at the Comedy Store every Thursday. Like I said, I'll work out some other details and other shows on land. I'm gonna be in San Diego soon. I think on the 30th of September at the Yellow Door. Matter of fact, yeah, San Diego. I'm coming to you. September 30th, Yellow Door. No, no, wait. I'm sorry. September 27th, the Yellow Door in San Diego. I'll be there with Crack 'em Up. And then, yeah, the rest of his cruise ships for now until I stack up my bread and get rich again, and then not having to bend the knee or kiss ass to people who make $300 a week or who don't have cars to even get to the clubs that they work at that are apparently gatekeepers, right? Whoa, shade, sorry. Anyways, true, but once I'm rich again, it's okay. I will be a more generous and nicer host and resource than you have been to me. That I can promise you. But, depends how hard you try me as well. But one thing that you won't hear is me young thugging you about you because I don't care about you like that. People whisper your accomplishments and broadcast your losses. And I remember all the ones that have broadcasted some of my L's here and there. It's not many, but it's a couple here and there. One thing you will learn about me that others who've doubted me before have learned by now is that I won't stop and I outlast every hater and outwork almost every competitor, which is not a competition, guys. Let's work together. I'm here. But if not, I thrive with a chip on my shoulder. You know? You see that right there? I never go like this. I never brush my shoulder off. I leave that chip right there. And even if it's flake size, it's still boulder to me. And you will regret putting it there. Wow. Dean, relax. Huh? Dean Gonzalez.net. Love you guys, man. I love you guys, and I do mean that. Catch you the next time. See ya. Man of the world.